Good morning, students. Today we are going to start new chapter biotechnology, its principle and processes. Okay, so in this chapter the content which we are going to include are definition of biotechnology, principles of biotechnology, then tools of genetic engineering and tools of recombinant DNA technology, and after that application, gene library, cloning, then process of recombinant DNA technology. All these will be included in this. Biotechnology, it is the field which deals with the techniques of using live organisms or enzymes from organism to produce products and processes useful to human. So therefore we can say that it refers to those processes which use genetically modified organisms to achieve the same on a larger scale. Biotechnology, it is the integration of natural science and organisms, cells, parts thereof, and molecular analogues for the products and services. So we can say it is the technique used in such a way that we are taking either living organisms or enzymes from organism to produce different products and processes which are useful to the human beings. The techniques that enabled birth of modern biotechnology, it includes genetic engineering and maintenance of sterile ambience and chemical engineering processes. Now, what do you mean by that? See, genetic engineering, it is the technique to alter the chemistry of genetic material. Genetic material are, you all know, it is DNA and RNA, and to introduce these into the host organisms. Now, in genetic engineering technique, it includes creation of recombinant DNA, then use of gene cloning and gene transfer. It allows us to isolate and introduce only one of a set of desirable genes without introducing undesirable genes into the target organism. What do you mean by that? It means that we can develop a new organisms totally with the desired character. We can first isolate, and then that particular desired genes can be transferred to the host body, and the host body, it will develop in the host body, and we will get the organism with the desired characters. Now, maintenance of sterile environment, it means that the growth of only the desired microbes or cell in large quantities are able to be done for the manufacture of biotechnological products. Okay, so in this maintenance of sterile environment, we are able to grow desired microbes. For what purpose? What is the purpose of that? The purpose is manufacture of biotechnological products. Now, what are these biotechnological products? Like antibiotics, vaccines, enzymes, all these are biotechnological product. So by maintaining the sterile environment in a chemical engineering process, we are able to grow these desired microbes, or we can say eukaryotic cell. Now genetic engineering, just now I have told you, it is the technique to alter means change the DNA and RNA and introduced these into the host organism. So simple, see, lives, we know that all the different life processes are regulated by the genes, and what we do, isolation and characterization of genes, and for the quantitation of genes product, we have to manipulate the gene structure, and this manipulation of DNA to change its structure, it is termed as genetic engineering. Okay, so in genetic engineering, we can indirectly say that it is a technology of modifying genes or even some part of the DNA. Okay, either we are modifying the whole gene or any part of the DNA and transferring genes from one organism to the other. So simple, the desired character is chosen and it is transferred to the host body. The function of fragments of DNA is used in this, and it is analyzed how genes are regulated with the help of genetic engineering. In this technique, first we identify the DNA, okay, which I'm talking about desired character. So these desired character is first identified, so that DNA is then it is isolated and it is introduced into the host body, so that after that it is maintained, so that that particular DNA should be transferred to the, or it should be carried to the next generation. With the help of diagram also you can see, firstly the DNA is isolated, or we can say first it is identified and after that it is isolated and transferred into the host body, and after transferring into the host body it get multiplied, and finally it is seen that it should be, that particular character should be transferred to the next generation through DNA. With the help of diagram also you can easily see how the cloning of DNA segment is done. Now the tools of biotechnology is enzymes, restriction enzyme. What do you mean by restriction enzyme? See, these are the chemicals which cut DNA at specific site into fragments containing identical genes. Next is ligase. Okay, in enzymes there are two types of enzyme. First is restriction enzymes and other is ligase. So what is the function of ligase? See, it joins the fragments together to give a new structure, and that is known as recombinant DNA. Second tool is cloning vector. Okay, second tool is cloning vector, which has the ability to replicate within bacterial cells. Okay, and it is independent of chromosomal DNA. And last is host body, in which DNA is to be transferred. Now, I've told you restriction enzyme. So, what is restriction enzyme? Whenever DNA is cut, it should be cut with a particular enzyme. Every time the DNA is cut, the enzymes taken should be proper. See, restriction enzyme, these are named after the bacteria from which they are isolated. There are different types of enzymes. So these restriction enzymes, what they do, they cut DNA into short pieces, okay, and in a specific manner. And these enzymes, they also protect the host bacterial DNA from the DNA of foreign organisms, or we can say the other organisms. So, there in recombinant DNA technology, restriction enzymes are used to cut DNA into a specific fragment containing identifiable genes. And restriction enzymes are mainly of three types. Type 1 enzyme, they interact with the unmodified recognition. Okay, type 2 enzymes, they are used for gene manipulation. And type 3, they cleave the double-stranded DNA at well-defined site. Okay, so restriction enzymes, they belong to a larger class of enzymes called nucleases, and there are two types, exonuclease and endonuclease. See, exonuclease, it means it removes nucleotide from the ends of the DNA. And endonuclease, endo, okay, it makes cut at specific position. Now just see the diagrams, just concentrate on the diagram. See how the enzymes, they cut both DNA strand at the same site. When we are using restriction enzyme, they are specific in their action, so they cut the enzyme DNA at a same site, and after that the sticky ends get attached to the DNA fragments. Okay, so both in both vector DNA and foreign DNA, they both are cut with the same restriction enzyme. They cut at the same site, and after that the DNA fragments, they join at the sticky end of the vector DNA, and recombinant DNA formation takes place, okay, by the action of restriction endonuclease enzyme. Now mainly the diagram which I've shown you, that is of E. coli. Okay, so the action of restriction enzyme on E. coli we can easily observe. Clear? Now the cutting of DNA by restriction endonuclease enzyme, it results in the fragments of DNA, and these fragments are separated by the process gel electrophoresis, and the DNA fragments, they separate according to their size, and the separated DNA can be visualized, and after that they are extracted from the gel by the process elution, and the purified DNA fragment produced are then used in constructing recombinant DNA. So recombinant DNA can be constructed by joining the vector DNA with the foreign DNA, okay, and thus the DNA with the desired character is transferred to the host body. So now This topic is very important. So watch the video properly. Even the diagrams which I have shown you, on the basis of these diagrams, different questions are asked. So watch it properly and have a nice day. Thank you.